Okay, let's come to standing. So we're going to do a lovely standing practice with, I think it's hips. I think from memory, today we're doing hips. Is it hips or twists? Well, we're going to do hips. So let's start with our feet slightly apart, soften the knees, and take the weight gently from side to side. So we just establish what's going on in the body. Is there a side that's more dominant than the other? Or are we fabulously in equanimity? And then slowly start to make your way to center. Take a nice breath in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Let's go 2 times more. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out. Third time. And then we'll move to an ujjayi breath. So you're breathing through the nose, feeling a vibration in the throat. It's a breath that is audible. And slowly dropping right ear to right shoulder. Lowering chin down to chest. Left ear across to left shoulder. And coming up and over. And then switching directions. And coming back to center, circling the shoulders, inhaling the shoulders up towards the ears, rolling them back and exhaling as they come down. And then letting the elbows start to circle. And then taking full arm extension. Inhaling as you come up. Exhaling as you come down. So yesterday we did a pelvic breath practice, which is the perfect introduction to a hip yoga practice. We have full awareness, full connection with the pelvic bowl, the muscles, the tissue, the bone. And bringing your hands to your waist, you might have your feet slightly further apart as we take some circles with the hips. And again, just bringing your breath all the way down to the pelvis, breathing in, all the way down, and breathing out, all the way up and through. And then changing direction. Noticing all that you feel as you move. And then coming to center, and we'll slowly start to circle the heart. And I quite like dropping my eyelids. It helps me to become more focused about what's going on inside. You can always do what suits you. and changing direction. Becoming more aware of what's really going on in your body this morning. Coming to center. Let's circle our wrists and wake up our fingers. And then we'll come to the front of the mat. We're going to take a very slow journey into our first sun salutation. So feet are parallel to one another, hip width apart, knees are soft. And just tuck the tailbone under. Press down through the soles of the feet and allow this lifting of the pelvic floor. It's all about the pelvis. Inhale, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, soften the knees and slowly fold. Really taking it slowly today. Bringing your hands either to your thighs or your shins. Inhale as you look ahead and exhale as you fold. Inhale as you look ahead and exhale as you fold. Inhale as you look ahead, take a little wriggle. Notice what's going on inside your body. And then as you exhale, bring your hands down to the floor and tuck your chin towards your chest. And pause for some breaths. Maybe bounce through the legs, soften the knees, and then straighten the legs. Maybe folding your arms. Notice the difference if you draw your lower belly in, what that does to the rest of your body. And then releasing the hands. Inhale as you look ahead. And exhale as we slowly step back. So we're coming to our high plank. You can drop your knees at any time. Hands are beneath shoulders. Feet are away. Hips are kind of in line with your shoulders. So ever so slightly higher than just a completely straight line. Subtle difference. Push the heels back, move the heart forward and draw the belly in. And then push the earth away through the palms. Listen to the rhythm of your breath. Drop your knees to the floor. We'll take a little bit of cat-cow here. Allowing the spine the time to awaken. And then let's walk our hands forwards and just melt heart down towards the floor. You can rest your chin on the mat or drop your forehead to the mat. Or do any version that suits you this morning. We're listening to this inner terrain. What does your body want today? And still you can hear this rhythmic breath as you come back up and we'll lower the hips forwards and come down. Why don't we come into Sphinx pose as we're here? So elbows are beneath shoulders, palms are flat to the floor, fingers are wide apart, and feet are flat. And then draw the shoulder blades down the back as you look forwards and wriggle your rib cage forwards between the gateway of your arms. And then lowering your chest down to the floor, bring your hands either side of your chest. We'll take a little baby cobra. So roll the shoulders away from your ears. Push the pelvis into the floor. Gently press through your hands as you inhale and come up, and just a tiny bit, not too much. And then exhale as you come down. Inhale as you come back up. Exhale as you come down. And for the third one, you might come a little bit higher. All depends how it's feeling inside of you. Pressing through your hands, sit back on your heels. Stretching arms out in front of you in an extended prayer pose. Breathing into the lower back. Inhale as you come back up into a high plank. And exhale as you drop back into a down dog. First down dog of the day. Enjoy, explore it, and stay curious. What can you do to make this feel more helpful for yourself? The heels might come closer to the floor, the knees might soften and extend. You might have a little twist. Whatever options you're taking, the breath is accompanying you. And then as you inhale, look forwards. Let's take baby steps forwards to the front of the mat. And exhale as you fold. Inhale as you come all the way up, reaching arms up overhead. And exhaling hands to heart. Okay, we're going to do a classical salutation now. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, lift the heart. Picking up the right foot. Exhale as you step back. Drop the back knee down to the ground. Some people quite like to have a rug or a cushion under that back knee. Walk that front foot a little further forwards. And give yourself the breath and the time to let the hips start to settle. Maybe come up onto your fingertips. And see if you can lift your torso up away from your thigh, so you're not lying directly on your thigh. We'll keep the right hand down, and the left arm can rise. I'm not going to because I'm a poorly shoulder, but you guys can lift your arm up. Or another option is to bring your left hand to the small of your back and just lift up through that top shoulder. And then exhale, bring both hands down. And again, try to lift the torso up away from the thigh. And this time the left hand stays down and the right hand comes up. And again, you might prefer to bring the hand to the small of your back and lift up through the right shoulder. And then exhale, bring both hands down to the floor. Let's walk our hands up onto our thigh, interlink fingers, press that front knee forwards, let the hips lunge. And then inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come down. Let's glide our sitting bones back. Coming into a runner's stretch so the front heel stays grounded, the toes can point up. Let the breath be your partner here. It's not unusual for this to be quite a tight stretch first thing in the morning. And with a softening, deepening breath, it becomes just a little bit more accessible. You're kind of scooping the left sitting bone back. And then walking forwards again. Press down through the hands. Push the back heel away so the knee comes up off the floor. And step back into a high plank. And then lift the tailbone up nice and high as you come into a down dog. Inhale, reach that right leg up high behind you. Let's bend the knee, swivel the hips. Looking over to the right. Pushing down through both hands. See if you can get the knee a little higher. How's your breath doing? Inhale back to a three-legged down dog. And exhale, bring the knee in towards your chest. Shift the weight into your hands. Bring the foot across beneath you. And lower yourself down into a pigeon. Walking that back foot a little bit further away usually gives you a bit of extra space. And come up onto your fingertips. You always have the option to prop up the right sitting bone with a cushion if you're feeling like you're going to fall to one side. Let's give it some time. Let's allow everything to organize itself so that we drop a little deeper into our bodies. Walking your hands forwards, maybe taking a forward fold. And then coming back up onto your hands. Tucking the toes under the back foot, push the heel away so the knee is up off the floor. Lift the heart. And then push down through the hands. So we come back into a high plank. You can take chaturanga or drop your knees, lower yourself down. Roll the shoulders back. The option is there for up face dog or cobra. Exhaling into a down face dog. 5 breaths. Lifting your gaze, walk your feet to the front of the mat. Exhale as you fold. And inhale as you come all the way up, reaching arms up high overhead. And exhaling, hands to heart. And we'll do that set on the other side. So inhaling, reaching arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, picking the left leg up, stepping it back. Dropping the back knee down to the floor. Hands either side of that front foot, perhaps the foot walks a little bit further forward. Taking our time, letting the hips become heavy. You come up onto your fingertips, see if you can lift your torso up away from the thigh. Left hand can stay grounded as the right hand rises. Maybe the hand comes to the small of your back. Inhale, arm comes back up, makes its way down, and we switch sides. So right hand stays down, left hand rises or comes to the small of your back, lifting up through the left shoulder. Hips are lunging forwards. See if you can find a way of making this shape that feels helpful and comfortable and good. So often that top arm it feels a bit Yankee if you're not careful. So be really honest. Are you making space for your body, or are you compromising yourself? And bringing your hands back down. Walk your hands up onto your thigh, interlink your fingers, press that front knee forwards, let the hips sink a little lower. Just watch your shoulders. You want to have space for your neck. Hear the rhythm of your breath. And then inhale, reach your arms up either side of your ears, fingers pointing towards the sky. Exhaling, hands to the floor, glide your sitting bones back. Front heel stays grounded, toes point up. Inhale as you look ahead and exhale as you fold. We're going to take our time here to give yourself the space to come into a deeper breath. Walking hands forwards. Pushing that back heel away so the knee comes up off the floor. Pressing down through your hands and stepping back. Lifting the tailbone up high, coming into a down dog. And then shifting the weight to the right foot to allow the left foot to rise. Bend the top knee, swivel the hips. Looking over to the left. Pushing down through the palms so that that top knee can come higher. Inhaling back to three-legged down dog. Exhale, sweeping the knee in towards your nose. Take the weight into your hands and slowly lay that knee down in front between the hands. Foot sweeps over, across to the side. We'll make our way into a pigeon. Coming up onto your fingertips. Give yourself the time and space to drop in. As you exhale, walk your hands forwards and fold. And then inhale as you come back up. Tap the toes under of the back foot, push the heel away so the knee comes up off the floor. Push down through the hands, lowering yourself, or rather rising into a high plank. And then maybe dropping the knees or taking chaturanga. Taking your journey forwards and up to cobra or an up face dog, and then exhaling into a down face dog. Hear the sound and the pace of your breath. Remind yourself of Mula Bandha. And then walk your feet to the outer edges of the mat. And drop the heels in, so the toes are pointing outwards. You might have the heels on the edge of the mat, the toes might actually be off the mat. You're going to walk your hands back towards your feet as you bend your knees and come down to Malasana, bringing your hands to your heart. And then releasing your arms, come into a seated position. Let's cross our legs. Bring hands to heart. Allow forehead to drop down to fingertips. Namaste.